Hello everyone, my name is Darius Young and welcome to another Dragon Ball Z or modeling Goku in Blender tutorial. Sorry I haven't been making tutorials lately, but I've been very busy. I'll try to be more consistent with them in the future. I had a lot of things to do. So yeah, well, without wasting any more time, let's just get down to it. So we finished the body last time, and it looks pretty good. I think the shoulders are kind of too wide. So let's go to sculpt mode, and you see this little square box next to it says object mode. Click that. Click sculpt mode. Hit G for the grab brush. Rotate around the view. And just hit F to make the brush bigger and just pull it back. So there. I think that's more condensed shoulder. It's better. Okay, alright. So we can go back to, if we hit tab, we can go back to object mode now. Okay. So we have Goku's body. But we're not done with the body just yet. We still have to make his little wrist things that he has. And so what we're going to do for that is we're going to enable something for recreating topology. If like you have a sculpt or something and it has too many vertices to work with to animate, you can retopologize it using this method, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So this is what we're going to do. Put the 3D cursor right here, serves some individual origins, so hit Control comma. Shift A, add mesh plane, rotate it on the on the Y axis 90 degrees. When you do that, hit R, hit the axes you're on, so Y or X, and then type in 90 degrees on the numpad and you'll be good for that. So we're going to scale it. Actually, that's what we're going to do first. Shift S, cursor to center, Shift S, selection the cursor, then hit tab and bring it over here. It's because when we add a mirror modifier to this, it mirrors from the origin point. If the origin point was right here, it would mirror it right there, and that wouldn't be right. Zoom in here. Okay. Now this is how we're going to start it off. We're going to enable this magnet button right here next to the proportional editing mode. You'll see a squiggly line and you'll see a magnet. Make sure you click the magnet, click this thing next to the magnet, and click face. Make sure it's on closest. Click this and this. Then when we move our plane over the mesh, it starts to try to deform around the mesh. So we will subdivide it one time, or two. Let's hit T. Let's go to 2. Now when we hit G, you see it forms over the mesh. And now all we're going to do is hit Control and click all around the mesh. Shit. G. Controlling. Control click. That's all we're going to do. Then when we get here, just going to make faces. F, F, F. Okay. So now that we're done with that part, we can now disable all of these. Hit A twice to select it all. Hit Alt S. That'll scale it out like that. Okay. So now that's just a quick and easy way to do something like that. If you're trying to add accessories to a character or something like that, and it's around one of his or hers arms or legs, just enable those functions and then you'll be set. Now this is what I'm going to do. Hit A, W, and smooth it. Scale it up, just regular S that time. Control R to add an edge loop, double click there. Control R, add an edge loop, double click there. Hold Shift, Alt, and right click. Same here, Shift, Alt, right click, right click. Hit Shift D, not Shift D, my bad. E to extrude. Right click out, make sure proportional editing is off, and then hit S. So there we have the cufflinks. You can turn smooth on. And we can add a subdivision surface modifier to make it look smooth. And there you go. That's one of his cufflinks. In fact, let's turn that up. Let's disable that. Add a mirror first. Make sure we're on the right axis. Okay. For some reason that was on the Z. I don't know why it's on the Z. But play around with these. If the mirror doesn't work at first, and then you'll be good. So there. That's for that, and then we add a subdivision surface. Make sure it's on optimal display. Okay. So that's the cufflinks. So we're done with that. Now we're gonna do his shirt. And so Goku has like a blue shirt that goes first, and then a red, and then an orange shirt. Now, since you don't see much of the blue shirt, like if I were to, well, actually, let's hit N and put this image in the front, you see that you see mainly his orange shirt, not the blue. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to model the shirt as a whole, and then separate it. We're not going to literally separate it, but make it look like it's been separated into different parts, so that we don't have to do so that way we don't have to model two different shirts, and that way that gets rid of like peeking through in your deformation when you're rigging, because when you rig clothes, sometimes they may go through the object, sometimes they might not, and so if you have less to work with, then there's less likelihood for that to happen. So what I'm going to do is going to hit Shift A, add mesh plane, rotate it on the X 90 degrees, scale it down, tab, G, grab. Now enable the settings again because we're making clothes, and this is an easier way to make clothes. Then just hit G. Now you see it's in front of Goku. Now we're going to have to set this up in a way so that when we do make it, it'll be easier to make the separations. So this is what we're going to do. Move that here. Move that here. About here. Okay. Control click. Control click. Move those here. And here. And here. And here. Now don't worry if it's not coming off of them like you want it to, because this is snapped to the mesh. So it won't come off right away, but it will. When we disable all the functions and hit Alt S, it'll be better. We'll just hit E for here, E for here, say Control 1. Just go here, and we can just Control click. Now you might want to add a mirror modifier to it so I can just have a better idea of what's going on. Okay, so we have that. Now just hit grab, move this down, grab, move this down. Now again, don't worry if it's not looking like the image right now, because we're gonna I'm gonna keep the mirror modifier on here until we rig, but if you want to disable it and add the asymmetry, you can, but for this I'm just going to keep it on here. Over here, hit E, Z, extrude all the way down there. So let's move it to the center. Okay. Actually, no, not all the way down there. Just move it up here. Hit E. Extrude. Get to there. F. So we have faces there. Hit Control R. We can get ready to go through the body, not through the body, but around it. Control click. Whoops. Control click. Control click is very useful for extruding around things like this. Control click. Bet you're glad I taught it to you, huh? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, whoops. You have to be careful with the tools, because it sends the vertices to what's in the viewport. Like if your arm is in front of the vertice, if I hit G and click, it's on the arm now. So just be careful of that. Okay. Now just hit E. Make sure that it goes all the way around the arm. Now when we make the sleeves part of it, we're going to disable the functions, so it could be better. Just a little bit better. Okay. Whoops. Got to select this one. Oh, if you watch my tutorials, please comment, because I want to know you guys' feedback. I see a lot of you have been watching them, but not a lot of you have been commenting. So please do comment, whether they be good or bad. Please comment, because I want to know how I'm doing on my tutorials, so I can know whether I need to change something or do something different. It's all about the viewer, the customer. Customer is always right. Okay, so we're done with that part. We can disable all of these now. And now, hit A. Wait, no, just hit A. Select all of it. Alt S. Boom. See that? Look how awesome that is. And now you see it's coming off of his clothes. Let me turn the opacity down on the picture a bit so you can see more of the mesh. So yeah. Now, what we're going to do for this part, as I was going to do before, I'm going to extrude this part of the shirt inward. So hit E, scale that inward, inside. Get rid of these access vertices. Vertices, okay, there we go. And now they're gone. Now we just have the shirt right here. We're going to add a mirror modifier to this. Not mirror, but a subdivision surface. So make sure you add these to keep the crease. Extra edge loop. Extra edge loop. You may have to do some more editing outside of the editing that we did before, but that's okay. It's not too big of a deal. Just move it back into place. It's smooth. See, it kept some of its definition. Come over here. Another edge loop. So we can get some more there. For R, another one. Whoops, wrong spot. Turn it off. Control R. There we go. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't look exactly like mine, because it most likely won't. And people model in different ways, so you know, you could get the same result in the end, and at this stage it might not look exactly like mine. You just have to do some more editing. That's all. It's not a bad thing. Extrude these. Wait, okay, let me explain that part. So what I did was hit G to grab these out. After I alt and right click selected these, and then I hit E to extrude them out like this. I got some advice from my advisor about explaining how to do these functions in better detail for people that are newer to Blender. So that's why I did that. If it seems too long for more advanced users, I'm sorry. But this is for both. Advanced users, be patient, please, so that the people that aren't so advanced can, I can teach them better. I will do a tutorial for advanced users, but my Goku one I want it to be for both because I haven't seen any tutorials on modeling Goku whatsoever. I mean, I saw one, but that was in Espanol, and I do not speak Espanol, so that was it was cool what he did with Goku. It was really cool, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. So I am not bilingual. I speak one language, including English. That's what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to leave that part out here. Hit Z, B, deselect those. Oops. R, rotate those out. Down, R, rotate down. There we go. Then we just manipulate them again so they fit outside of the body. Hit O, we may have to move a bunch of vertices at the same time so we can get rid of these peeking throughs a bit quicker. Okay, there we go. And when we add the Subdivision surface modifier, it may get a little hectic in here, so just bear with me. Yep. Knew it. But it's okay, because we can still just fix it easily with our tools. Proportional editing. I was so happy when I found out about proportional editing, because I used to have very dense meshes, and it would take forever for me to manipulate them, because at that time I didn't know about topology and how it's important to have good clean topology, and so my meshes would just be all over the place. And I found out about dynamic topology. I was like, what? You can do that? So that helped my meshes, but they were still too dense. Eventually I learned how to model in low res so that I can achieve the same result, but my computer runs faster. So now we have a shirt, okay? And we're going to get to the fun part. We're going to actually texture him a little bit. So go to your properties panel, click on this little orange and black sphere here, go to new, and now you see we have this little sphere here. It has diffuse and specular, Lambert and Couture. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to click this button here, move this down on the scale, on the grayscale. We're going to select this kind of color. Now, the newer Goku is more light skinned, but way back when Akira Toriyama would color him, he was a bit more dark skinned, and so I want to go with the old days. Yeah, gonna make him dark skinned. Alright, I should have been like that. That's funny. The material didn't pop up. It's supposed to pop up on the mesh. Do I have one of these on there? Okay, let me see. Okay, let's try it again. It's not changing. That is weird. I do not know what's going on with the texture. Let me try texture on the shirt and see if I get any different results. Let's go to new. Oh, okay. See, when it goes to new, the color of the string is supposed to change, and now you can change the color. For some reason, it's not letting me do that with the other mesh, so I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. But for now, I'll just color the shirt. So we have the orange color. And next, select all of the parts of the shirt that are going to be blue. Get new material. Hit new. Go to the blue area here. Then hit assign, and bam. You got the blue part. We're going to make another blue part. Assign, bam. Okay. So we got a shirt. Let me try texturing his body if I can. Still not changing. Sometimes Blender does act funky on you. Let me see. What if I Shift D duplicated it? Move this one to another one. Let's see if I can add texture with this one. It doesn't seem to be changing. Huh. Okay. If we got rid of the picture, I'm gonna bring it back, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this. It's not working. Okay, this is stupid. Just checking the object data. See what we got. I wonder why it's not reading. Ah, there we go. I had texture solid turned on. There we go. Fixed it. Yay. Okay. Let's go to here, kind of, sorta. Go here. Wasn't that dark skin. I'm not one of those dudes. It's all about Black Goku. Just. Okay. So we have him textured now. And he's all good. And let's change this to blue. Because his cufflinks are blue. Okay, good. Alright. So now we have everything textured. So let's hit. I'm going to save this as a new file. So save as. It's supposed to be like 5 or 6. I'm going to just hit 5. Okay. Save as Blender file. Okay. Now, before we go, I'm going to make his belt. Then next tutorial, we'll make his pants. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to enable that picture again. There, Goku. You have to position it. So let us move him over here. Just move it up. Over here. Okay, we're good. So the cursor's still in the same place. It's Shift A, mesh. Let's go with circle this time. Scale it down. Wait. Whoops. Before you do that, make sure the circle does not have many vertices. Let's go with 12. Okay. Alright. Now you can scale it down. Hit tab. Bring it up. 3. Move it over here. Move it back some. Let's move it down to the bottom part. Then hit E, Z, smooth it up. Let's move it just above his shirt. Control L, Alt S, scale it up. Okay. Oh, it's kind of huge. Okay, let's not scale it up that much. In fact, let's just move it on the axis. Just move the vertices. Because I want it to still stay in its spherical straight line shape, like right here. If I were to just not move it on the vertices, it wouldn't be correct. So Let's go here. Turn on the mirror. Turn on the mirror. Alright, that's better. That's better. Okay. Let's move this in here. Now we add subsurf. Optimal display, of course. And we hit A twice. Smooth shading. Over here, now we're going to add a new modifier called the Solidify Modifier. And if we go down, turn the thickness down, we're up to here, you see it starts to move inside of the mesh, making it thicker. Okay, Control R, back, Control Z, Control R. Add a bunch of these in here. In fact, get rid of that modifier, it's useless. Because I used it before when I was making this belt, and I completely forgot that it messed up my mesh. Because I didn't use it right, and I still don't know exactly how to use it right. I was going to show you guys how to do it, but then again, if I don't know how to use it right, why am I teaching you how to do it? This time I do know how to do. I'm extruding out the bits and pieces of the belt to make it look like it has wrinkles. It's not very good, but you know, this is low poly. You could sculpt them on there, but this tutorial series will not be covering sculpting. Actually, we will a little bit on the pants, but we can kind of make our own topology for that. So we'll sculpt a little bit for the pants, but for the belt, it's just simple as doing this and just scaling it. You're avoiding a bunch of work in sculpt mode and saving time for when you want to get to animating Goku beating up somebody with an S on their chest. Oh man, that was I don't know where that came from. Oh man. You know what, I'm gonna tell you guys anyway. This is my plan for this. I'm making Goku. The next tutorial series is going to be about creating a realistic person in Blender, also with using Make Human, which is another free program. I'm going to be making Superman. Imagine what I'm going to make them do. Yeah, they're going to fight each other to the death. Except this time Goku's going to win. Those stupid freaking screw attack idiots don't know what they're talking about. Goku lose my butt. Goku whoop Superman. Put him on his butt. Make him cry. Okay, it cycles when it just makes it look more realistic. I like looking at it in here. That's cool. We'll go back to Blender Ritter. Okay, so this is the belt. Hit Control W, save it. So this is going to be it for today's tutorial series. Thank you for watching. And actually, no, not today's. I'm going to make another one in about 10 minutes. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.